Recording in
All the online
progress.
students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay, right. Let's continue on that. So the one we have been taking care about in working with database testing. As part of this particular database testing, we need to take care about retrieving with the data from one particular table and at the same time retrieving with the data from multiple table. As part of database tester, we need to take care about in retrieving with the data from one table or considering the multiple tables here. I mean, as a tester, need to get comfortable how exactly we can write different type of query statement here. Not like equal to the developer, but as part of the testing perspective, need to get comfortable in writing with the basic query statement need to get written here. So that is what need to take care about as part of practicing with in writing different type of query statement. Apart from that, if required, not like apart from that, if required, we have a chance of taking with database. I mean, in the database, there is a chance we can provide test data. As part of the testing, there is a possibility test data can be provided in the different ways. Considering with the test data can be provided in the different ways here. That is what got mentioned in a very starting days to provide this particular respective test data. We are using different type of the statement. Considering that the one option we got considering that hard coded. The one option we mentioned that hard coded, that is what the one particular option. After that, we mentioned that passing from variable, that is what we discussed about the test data, passing from the variable. What exactly the test data is there, that particular test data, we got assigning that particular respective test data, we are assigning to the respective variable. Once we got assigned to the respective variable, we need to taking with the required data. One option. Another option, considering that another option we got mentioned that taking with Excel. Similar to that, we got one more option that we will be taking with database. Similar to that, we got one more option that we will be taking with database. So the one we will be taking with hard coded and then taking with variable and then taking Excel and then consider database. Hard coded, you are providing that particular respective test data in the program itself. That is what we are already done. After that, we are taking with the variable, taking with the help of data types and variables. That part we are already done. And then we got Excel, providing with the test data in Excel. That part also we are already done. Now continued with the same. Which we will be taking with. Now continued with the same, we need to be get take care about in having with database. Continued with the same, we need to be get take care about in having with database here. So need to be get take care about, we need to be get take care about in having with that particular respective database. We need to be get take care about in providing in database. I mean, considering that test data can be provided in database. This particular data we need to be get apply with application, and after that we need to be get which need to be get taking care about in generating with reports. We need to be get taking care about in generating with reports. One will be taking with database, and then taking with application, and then taking with reports here. Considering that if you want to be get, if you want to be get, communicate, if you want to be get, communicate anything related to the database, if you want to be get, communicate anything related to database, you need to be get taking with the help of using with the statement that you will be taking with Java. To get communicate with the database, to retrieve the data from database, all that particular programming done with the help of Java here. Similar to that, to get communicate with application, to get communicate with application, taking with WebDriver. To get communicate with application, it will be taking with WebDriver. At the same time, to get generating with reports, that it will be taking with the help of test engine. Working with the WebDriver, working with the WebDriver, and then working with test engine, working with WebDriver, and working with the test engine. All that particular code, we are already knowing it. Need to be get comfortable how we can write the required Java program. Need to be get comfortable how we can write the required Java program to retrieve data from database. Further, if we just look into database, I got already created the required database. I have been already created the required database. That particular database, see that. Considering that taking with, we need to be get created the database. In this particular database, I have been already created one particular table. If we just look into that, taking with select start from the table name login. Now we can see here, if we look into the table, in this particular table, what are the columns we got? Username and password. In test data, database tested data available. Our requirement, we have to read this test data. We have to read this particular tested data and need to be get apply with application. You need to be get apply with application and then taking care about generating, working with WebDriver and then need to be get generate with the reports here. So let's see that how exactly we can do it. Further, in writing the Selenium program, in writing the program related to the database, Java syntax only, but need to be followed certain hierarchy. That is, considering that the one you are taking with driver manager, the one you are taking with driver manager, another one you are taking with connection, which you will be taking with connection, another one you will be taking with statement, another one taking with statement, and then we got taking with result set, which you will be taking with result set. The one you are taking with driver manager and then taking with connection and then taking with statement and then taking with result set. This is what the hierarchy we need to be get followed in retrieving data from database. To retrieve data from database, to retrieve data from database, we need to be get take care about in having this particular hierarchy. In that, the one you got driver manager, the one you got driver manager, considering that the driver manager, what is the use of that? Yesterday written the description. To provide connectivity between data source and database. To provide connectivity between data source and database. Okay. Next we got connection. What is the use of connection? To connect any one particular DB, not like all the DBs at a time, all the database at a time. To get connect any one particular DB, to get connect any one particular DB, you need to be get take care about having that particular statement of connection. Then you will be taking with statement. Use of the statement to write SQL queries and to execute SQL query. To write SQL query and to execute SQL queries, we are taking with statement and then taking with result set. Use of the result set to retrieve all the results based on query statement. Let's see that how exactly we can write that particular respective program. Let's see that how exactly we can write that particular respective program. For that, first we need to be get understand that the driver manager. So what is the meaning of, use of driver manager? To provide connectivity between data source and database. To provide connectivity between data source and database taking with driver manager. So what is mean by the data source and what is mean by that particular database? The meaning of data source and then taking with database. Let's see that. Let's understand. Now, considering that taking with MS Access and then taking it Oracle and then which it will be considering that we need to be get mentioning that thus MongoDB and then taking with Sybase and then taking with lot of things are there. Now, don't be confused here. All these things we can consider as database, like MS Access one database, Oracle one database, Sybase one database, MongoDB one database. All these are databases only. But considering when it's come to programming, let's see here. I got Oracle. In my local system, Oracle, one database I got installed. Now, when it's come to programming, I'm considering that Oracle is one data source. From that Oracle data source, I'm creating multiple DBs. For example, I created like batch 27, 1 DB, batch 28, one more DB. My source, what is my source? Oracle. Oracle is my source. From that, I'm creating multiple DBs here. So that is what we are taking with data source. Indirectly, consider as a database only. When it's come to the programming terminology, we are considering that we are taking one source. From that particular source, it will be creating multiple database here. For example, you will be taking Oracle, one data source. From that, you can create development DB and then taking with testing DB and then taking with production DB here. Now, this particular one, development DB, testing DB, and then taking with production DB. Now, need to be get connecting with, take care about in providing connectivity of these two things. Need to be get provide connectivity of these two things. To provide connectivity. To provide connectivity of these two things. To provide connectivity of these two things, taking with the help of driver manager. So what is the use of driver manager? To provide connectivity between data source and database. Okay, done. After that, once we got that connectivity, need to be get connected to any one DB, not like all the database at a time, need to be get connected to any one particular DB. Once it got connected, you have to write the queries and you need to execute the query. Once it got connected, you need to write the query and you need to execute that particular query here. So once you done execute, you will be getting with the result. You have to retrieve that particular result. Let's see that how exactly we can do that. So to get work with all these things, you need to be get taking with the help of one jar file. You need to be get taking with the help of one particular jar file. That particular jar file, that particular jar file, which you will be taking with, which you will be taking with OJDBC dot jar. You need to be get taking care about one particular jar file that you will be taking with OJDBC. Considering that Oracle Java database connectivity. Oracle Java database connectivity. You need to be get, you need to be get taking care about, you need to be get take care about in having the respective jar file that you will be taking with Oracle Java database connectivity. That is what you will be taking with. That is what you will be taking with mentioning about having this particular jar file. You need to be get, you need to be get download. You need to be get download this particular jar file and then need to be get added to the project. You need to be get taking care about downloading this particular jar file and then need to be get added to project here. So that you will be taking with only one jar file. Considering that Oracle Java database connectivity. Oracle Java database connectivity. That is what you will be taking with mentioning about that particular jar file here. So for your project, we need to be get take care about in having taking with this particular jar file for database here. Okay. So adding the jar file, same steps will be followed. Adding the jar file, same steps will be followed. You will take care about, you will take care about and following with the same step and you will continue writing with the program. Let's see that how exactly we can write the program. First, let's take care about adding the jar file. Let's take care about adding with the jar file that you will be taking with build path and then taking with configure build path. After that, you need to be get take care about add external jar and then taking with the jar file name considering that OJDBC Oracle Java database connectivity. Let me write program. Writing with the program common step. Writing with the program common thing will be following that you will be taking care about database. After that will be taking with Selenium. First, we are writing only Java code. First, we are writing only Java code in retrieving. First, we are writing only Java code in retrieving data from database. First, we are writing only Java code in retrieving data from database here. Okay, let's see that how exactly we can do it. Okay, so now as usual, in case of report, we can go with annotation. For generating with the report, for generating with the report, you can go with annotations here. So for now, which you will be going with, continued with main method only. For now, I'm just continued with main method. That you will be taking with public which will be taking with public and then taking with static void main, which will be considering the string args need to be get open that particular main method. So need to be get open that particular respective main method. Okay. So that you will be taking with main method. You need to be get come up with in writing all the steps here. Let's see that. The one you are taking with string and then taking with database URL. What is mean by that? Everything will understand. Taking with string database username. After that, which you will be taking with string considering the database password here. This particular username, very straightforward. This particular username, which database you are connecting, which database you are connecting, you need to provide that particular username. For that username, what will be the password, need to be get provide that password. This is with the respect of my database as part of my local system. As part of my local system, these are the respective database here. Okay. We need to get URL. How we can get? Let's see here. When I'm taking manual step, clicking on the plus symbol, let's see here. So what it is asking here? Name, database need to be provided. Okay. After that, database type. What is a database type? Oracle. First, you have to provide name. After that, you have to provide database type. Okay. After that, username. After that, password. See the understanding. When you're taking with the manual step, what are all the details you are providing? You are providing database name, database type, username, password. Okay. Apart from that, what you provided? Host name. Where exactly database available? Is that available in the same system? Is that it is available in the same system or another system? Is that it is available in the same system or it has been available in another system? So that need to be provided host name. After that, what you got? Port number. As part of my system, I got this port number and then taking with express addition. You are providing name and then database type, username, password, host name, port number, and then taking with that particular express addition. All these information providing. Now database URL, database URL, not like your application URL. Terminology, we mention URL. According to our understanding, to go with easy understanding, all these information we have to provide it. We are combining all these information and we are giving one name considering the database URL. For example, what is a database type? Oracle. Username considering that system, providing that particular respective password, Naresh IT. We got a host name, localhost. We got port number and then we got taking with express addition. Now what we have to do, we need to frame all these things. How exactly we can do it? How exactly we can do it. Let's see here. Now, combine of all these things, combine of all these things, we are coming up with in taking with one particular URL. We are coming up with in taking with one particular URL. Let's see that how exactly we are doing that. First, what we mentioned? JDBC. Meaning of JDBC? Java database connectivity. We are informing to the Java in getting connecting to database. Which database? Which database? Oracle. Oracle type. That is what the Oracle type. Okay. Taking with the thing that is as part of my system name. Now, this Oracle database, where it is available? Where it is available? Local host. Local host. That is what your host name. What is the port number? 1521. And then taking with Express Edition. The same thing I got provided. Taking that 1521 and then taking with Express Edition. So that means just we are coming up with in framing our own URL. We are coming up with in framing our own URL. So that is what you will be taking with. That is what you will be taking with considering that this particular database URL, database username, and then database password here. Okay. After that, need to be get continued writing the program. See that. First, I'm taking connection. Before connection, I have to take driver manager. Use of the driver manager. Use of the driver manager to provide connectivity between data source and database. I'm taking driver manager dot, which I'm taking with get connection, which I'm taking with get connection. First I'm providing database URL, and then which you will be taking with database username. After that, you will be taking with database password. You will be taking with database URL, database username, and then taking with database password. Okay. Then I will be taking with statement, which I will be taking with statement. Okay. So that I will be taking with connection, connection dot, which I will be taking with create statement, connection dot, create statement. After that, I'm taking with result set. Now I'm taking ST. Meaning of ST? Statement. Meaning of ST, we are taking statement. What is the use of the statement? Use of the statement to write SQL queries and to execute SQL query. For writing with the SQL query and for executing the SQL query, we are taking this particular one that we are taking with dot, which we will be taking with dot. That you will be taking with considering that you will be mentioning that which you will be taking with execute. We need to be get mentioning about execute query. Need to be get execute the query. So that particular query need to be written. Select start from login. Previously we done manually. The same thing we are doing through programming. We are executing the query. Once you execute the query, you will get the result. Once you execute the query, you will get the result. Need to be get, retrieve the results and need to be printed. For that, we are taking result set. What is the use of result set? Use of result set to retrieve all the results based on query statement. Now see this particular one. Is it we got only one column? Is it we got only one column? No, it's not like we got only one column. As we got multiple columns, we need to be taking with the help of loop. Let's see that how we are doing. I'm taking while loop. I'm taking with while loop. This while loop, I'm writing the condition. I'm saying the condition is loop has to be continued. Loop has to be continued till the time of next column available. Loop has to be continued till the time of next column available. Okay. Loop has to be continued till the time of next column available. Until unless next column available, it has to continue the loop. Not available, it has to stop the loop. Let's see how we are writing. I'm taking RES. Meaning of RES? Result set. Okay. This result set need to be continue the loop till the time of next column available. Okay. So then it will be taking care about. Now, which need to be taking care about having that particular result set. Okay. So now you need to be look into that in printing that particular results. Need to be take care about in printing that particular results. To get print that particular results, that particular results, you will be taking with the help of, I'm taking with string, taking with username, considering that, taking with result set, which you will be taking with, you need to be taking care about, taking with result set dot get string. What it is expecting? Column index. Index will start from 0. Now we can see that. What will be the index for username? So here, having the 1 here, this is we can consider 0. This is 1 and this is 2. Now we can see here, which you will be consider providing that you will be taking with 1. Okay. After that, taking with string and then taking with password, considering that result set dot, which you will be taking with get string, which you will be taking with 2. Need to be get print that particular statement, considering that username and then considering that taking with password, which you will be taking with printing the username, printing the password. Now, in the last, whatever the connections we got open need to be get closed, all the connections in the same order. I'm taking with RES. Meaning of RES? Result set dot close. Result set dot close. And then which you will be taking with statement dot taking with close. After that, considering the connection dot taking with close. So that is what we will be taking with result set and then statement and then connection. So all the things you've done. See here. So first we imported all the required packages, importing all the required packages created with class, created with main method, provided the database URL, username, password, taking with connection, statement, result set. Now, this particular program need to be get connect to the required database, need to execute that query and need to be get print result. Let's see here. It's need to be get connect that particular database and then executing with the query and need to be get provide that particular results. So what are the result we got? Naresh IT. So I mean from the database, still if required for easy understanding, considering the DB username, which you can considering the DB username. And this is which you will be considering the taking with DB password here. So just you need to be get taking care about your easy understanding. Now we can see here from the database, it was retrieving that username and then taking with password. So that is what it will be taking care about, having the required username and then taking with required password here. So this is what taking care about in retrieving data from database. Now this data need to apply with application. This particular test data, we need to be get apply with application. Applying with the application, very straightforward. Applying with the application, very straightforward, which you will be getting, taking care about writing all that particular Selenium code. That code will be the same. Considering that you need to be get apply with application. To apply with application, everything Selenium code only, need to be get take care about launching with the browser. For launching with the browser, what you will write? System dot set property. That will be taking with WebDriver dot gecko dot driver. That will be taking with WebDriver dot gecko dot driver. Okay. After that, what need to be provided? Path of gecko driver file. I mean, we need to be get provide path of driver dot exe file. So we need to be get provide path of driver dot exe file, considering that gecko driver dot exe, considering that gecko driver dot exe. We need to be get provide path of gecko driver dot exe. Okay. Then as usual, you will be writing WebDriver driver equal to, which you will be taking with new Firefox driver, giving an error. Why it is giving an error? Need to be get import packages. We need to be get import the required packages. We need to be get import the required packages. Okay. After that, need to be get enter with URL. What are the method names we got? Navigate.to. Another method, get method. Either we can work with navigate.to or we can work with get method according to your comfortable. According to your comfortable. You need to be get provide. You need to be get provide that particular database URL. Sorry. You need to provide application URL. You have to take care about in providing that particular respective application URL. So then need to enter username. What is the statement? Driver dot find element by dot taking with name, which you will be taking with name, need to be get provided name txt username dot you will be taking with send keys. Send keys of need to be get provide. What you have to provide? But this data we have to get from database. That particular test data we are taking from database. We are already reading the data from database assigned to one variable. What is that variable? UN. So we will be taking with that particular UN. So from the database, whatever the username is there, it will take that particular data. Okay. After that, which you will be taking with driver dot find element by dot taking with name that you will be taking with that you need to be get provide considering dot txt password dot what is the method name? Method name is send keys taking with database password. I mean from the database we are taking that particular password to confirm either it has been entered or not. We are giving waiting time. The need to be get click on login button driver dot find element by dot taking with name. What is the name of that? What is the name of that? Taking with submit. The name of that which you will be taking with submit dot which you will be taking with click activity, which you will be taking with click activity. So that you will be taking with driver dot find element by dot name, which you will be taking with click activity. Okay. After that, once you done login, once you have been done with the login, the next part we need to take care about doing logout. For doing with the logout, driver dot find element and then taking with by dot link text need to be get provide that particular text logout dot it will be taking with click activity, which you will be taking with click activity, and at last need to be get close with the browser that you will be taking with driver dot close. So that is what you will be taking with the help of, that is what you are taking care about in writing that particular program. You can see here all the packages related to database and then all the packages related to Selenium. Similar to that, if you want to begin work with the test engine, you have to take care about having the required packages related to test engine. So now we need to begin execute with the program, taking care about in reading data from database. That data need to apply with application. Now we can see here, entered username password. So the data available in the database, it has been applying with application. So that is what you are taking care about, reading with the data from database and then applying with application and then generating the report. For generating the report, we need to go with the test ng. We can go with that particular test ng annotations here. So when you are working real time, when you are working in the real time, it's not like mandatory that you will take care about all the things here. But as part of learning, you guys need to be get more comfortable. As part of learning, you guys need to be get more comfortable in taking care about all these things here. So this is what need to be get take care about in working with database related activities, considering that retrieving with the data from one particular table or retrieving with the data from multiple tables, retrieving with the data from one table or retrieving with the data from multiple tables, and at the same time working with the combination of database with Selenium. So Selenium with the respective of application only to perform any activity related to the database you are taking with the respective of Java programming. So that is what we are taking care about in working database and then taking with application and then taking with reports. This is how taking care about in doing with API testing and then taking with database testing. Similar to this, what is the next one need to be understood? Performance testing. So take with the new heading, mentioning the performance testing. Take with the new heading, performance testing, and then make a note of this particular description. Take with the new heading, performance testing, and then make a note of that particular description. Just make a note of up to highlighted one. Okay, right. After that, just continue the same. Take with the heading of performance testing attributes, but not record all the description. Take with the heading is performance testing attributes. Just make a note of these particular names only. Just make a note of that names only. Description is not required. Take with the heading is, have an a heading is performance testing attributes. Performance testing attributes. Take with the heading is performance testing attributes. Performance testing attributes, and then just make a note of that names only. Just make a note of that particular names only. Okay. After that, have a heading is types of performance testing. Have a heading is types of performance testing. Not required all the description. Not required all the description. Just make a note of names only. Just make a note of names only. Have a heading is types of performance testing. Types of performance testing, and then just make a note of that particular names. Description is not required. Description is not required. Just make a note of that particular names. Okay, right. And then continue the same. Take with the heading is performance testing tools. Take with the heading is performance testing tools, and make a note of that particular tool names. Online students also take with the heading is performance testing tools, and then make a note of that particular tool names. Okay. And after that, mention that JMeter installation steps and make a note of these two steps. Just mention the JMeter installation steps. JMeter installation steps, and then make a note of that particular two steps and make a note of that URL, JMeter URL. Just mention that JMeter installation steps. Okay. JMeter installation steps, and then that particular URL. Okay. Right. So what exactly mean by this performance testing and everything? We'll be looking into that. So done with that particular NASCAM registrations, everyone. Okay. So that particular one, so you can plan for to write an exam in the next week here. It's not like all the people need to be write the exam on the same day. So it's not like everyone need to be write the exam on the same day. And there is no concept of like everyone need to be write at the same time, same day. There is no any due date for writing the NASCAM exam. There is no due date here. It's not like by this particular date you need to be get complete that particular exam here. But only the thing is you guys need to be get take care about. You need to be get take care about as early as possible. I mean, once your main exam got enabled, first you guys need to be get take care about in doing with your basic registration has been done. Once your basic registration has been completed, try with the next two steps also, like just some assessment need to be done. After that, mock exam need to be done. That mock exam also, a very simple questions will be there. Not like any major questions here. Mock exam, just very simple questions will be there. Very easily need to do it. So once you complete with the mock assessment, then you have to wait for to enable that main exam. Once that main exam, that option got enabled, you have to register. That main exam need to be done through online only, not offline. Main exam need to be done through online only. So whenever you are writing with the main exam, you require that webcam also need to be recorded in the laptop, because when you're taking within the main exam, they will be recognizing your face also. It's not like other people will be writing with the exam. So you have to register particular slot, you have to register. You will get all that step in a very easy way, and you have to take the date and time. So according to that particular date and time, once you registered, you need to write that particular exam. So all the questions will be in a very simple way. Maximum of the questions will be getting from our PDF file only. So what exactly the concepts we got discussed, you will be having all that. The only thing is you guys need to be get look into that, the way of understanding. So need to be get look into that, the way of understanding here. So the all the questions you will be knowing it, but only the thing is how you need to be get understand with the questions here. So just this is how you can expect with the sample questions. For example, you can see the question. The way of understanding the question is most important. If we look into this diagram, where you seen this diagram? In that PDF file. If you look into your PDF file, you are able to see folder structure. That is what we done. So based on that particular folder structure, you are having with the question. So the way of understanding the question is important here. So maximum the answers you will be knowing it, but the way of understanding with the question is a very most important. When you're writing that particular exam, all the exam pattern will be this objective only. No concept of descriptive. All the questions will be having objective. So I think you will be getting 36 questions. 36 or 37 questions will be there. 1.5 hours or sometimes 1 hour. It will vary. It will vary from day to day. It will vary from person to person because we are not conducting that exam. So the NASCOM people will go with that exam. Some people will get 1 hour and some people will get 1.5 hour time based on the questions here. So because of that, for now, the questions are very simple. For now, the way of they are giving with the questions are very simple, very easy, very easily can get clear with the exam. So because of that, from the next week, just see that as early as possible to complete with the NASCOM exam. Once you complete it in the same job portal, immediately will be getting with the certificate. After completion of the exam, immediately will get the soft copy of your certificate, you will be getting it. So because of that, do with the preparation according to that. So all the questions will be knowing. That is what our bug template, what we discussed about the bug template. Maximum of the questions, you will be knowing it. So just the way of how we are understanding the questions is important. The way of how we are understanding the questions is important related to JavaScript executor, what we got in the PDF file. You will be having some questions related to the Java also. That particular question related to the Selenium. You will be having manual testing questions, automation testing questions at the same time, Java questions here. So that is also will be having. So for now, the exam that questions are more simple, very easily can clear on it. So because of that, as we done with the registrations, so just see that in having completing mock assessment here. So once you have been completing that particular mock assessment, then you have to go with your main exam. When you are registering for the main exam, you have to pay the registration fee. That particular 600 rupee of registration fee need to be paid. And after that, you need to be get continued that particular exam. So please go with your regular preparations. Please complete all your regular preparations and then go with in writing with the NASCOM exam. Try to complete as early as possible because for now the questions are very simple. Going forward, the more number of students has been writing, they will be changing with the questions. So when they are changing the questions, definitely the questions will go with little bit hard only. So because of that, see the possibility to get right with the exam as early as possible. That will make you more comfortable to clear that particular exam. So take care about that particular one. So take care about that particular one and then try to complete that particular exam. So from tomorrow, we'll go with performance testing. After that, finally, we'll go with the interview questions discussions and then taking with your resume session. So that is what we'll be doing it. So from tomorrow, I'll be taking with this particular performance testing. But please look into that preparations. Please take care about that particular NASCAM exam here. Okay. Please take care about the preparations. Take care about the practice. Okay. Carry on. Thank you.